after Young Thug got out of jail, things got really confusing. At first, T was all about supporting him, but then rumors started flying about some drama between Young Thug and Gunna. DJ Academics has been dropping little hints here and there, leaving fans wondering what's really going on. Is this all true or just some wild speculation? It all started about 8 months ago when DJ Academics revealed some shocking details about YS' alleged involvement. He released what he called the 4P evidence file, which included some key information from the RICO documents. Not long after, the government shared their official reasons for their actions, making the whole situation even more mysterious. As the story unfolds, it seems like the more we learn, the more questions we have. What's really happening behind the scenes? The word is out Young Thug was offered a plea deal, and now that he's out of jail, everyone's talking about it. It's crazy. Fani Willis seems to be behind a bigger plan, targeting Atlanta's music scene. She's not just playing games, she's making serious moves like a master chess player. People on Twitter are buzzing, trying to figure out who might be next. I've heard some big names being tossed around, but I'm not sure if I should say anything. Just to be clear, I'm not involved in any investigation or anything like that. But from what I've heard, some top rappers could be in the spotlight soon. It's a lot to take in, and everyone's wondering what's coming next. There's one big-name rapper everyone's talking about, but I'll skip the name drop. You probably know who I mean. They're from Atlanta, go by 3 letters, and have been on fire lately. But even though Young Thug is out of jail and the Alice case is done, the drama is far from over. Lil Baby's been arrested 4 times in the past 3 months, which feels like a big warning sign. DJ Academics has been on top of it, uncovering all the details. And it looks like Young Thug might still be tangled up in some serious stuff. This story is far from finished, and there's definitely more to come. Stay tuned. Things are getting wild with these upcoming RICO charges. It's total chaos. Some of this you'll just have to trust me on or not, it's up to you. When Fani Willis started going after Ailes, she had a whole list of targets. First she wanted Thug, then she went after If, and after that Ailes. It was only a matter of time before 4F was on the radar too. That's actually why they decided to change their name. But here's the twist: the Feds stepped in and told them, don't worry, we've got this. Basically, they gave the nod to drop some charges, letting them know the Feds were still in control. It's a crazy situation, and it looks like there's a lot more to come. Stay tuned. The charge, so they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case, they dropped it, but the Fee has realized we're going to get Dirk. Eventually, you doing the math, you see why Lil Baby moving the way he been, because Lil Baby Lee Baby hasn't been on Fed watch, he's been on. But how did this all start? It would start with it being announced in Academic speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations he has are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back into jail, since being on probation for 15 years is way harder than most people realize. DJ Academics claims that everything is strategically set up for Young Thug to fail in the end. This means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup if you would tell me that they're going to monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years. Can be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is acid. Is always going to talk about him, and this is doing his thing. They might consider that he might be like me, is like, we going to the park getting lit, we going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talk about so. You know, we celebrating right now, because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug, not, you can see the pain, you can see the was going through it, like he gained a lot of weight. Everybody thought it's not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant. Subsequently, as we watch, DJ Academics reveals that federal authorities are setting up the young offender, planning to sentence him to 20 years in prison. The shocking twist: it's all a trap for L Baby, his best friend. Investigations recent months, you had 2 high-profile raring cases to going be more the next 60 days. You'll see the federal government is renewing its investigation into Young Thug, which began after a tweet he posted. His attorneys are fully aware of this, and that's why he hasn't said a word since his release from prison a month ago. Let's drop one on these rats. I'm referring to the rapper Lil Baby, as he and Young Thug have been vocal about calling out Gunna for allegedly snitching to get out of the Lil trial early. In response, Lil Baby took to Instagram suggesting that Young Thug's probation should include a provision prohibiting him from engaging in online or in-person feuds, requiring him to steer clear of lethal troubles to make Matters worse, Young Thug posted an Instagram video the very next day after his tweet, "Let's stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. Trust and believe the sentiment is mutual," as Gunna, his brother, would say, was what finally caught their attention. Later that evening, Young Thug took things a step further, sharing an Instagram story where he explicitly stated that he was at home and had spoken to Gunna in private. Ja, you feel me? You did. Hey man, ain't no capping it, no capping matter. Right, you feel what I'm saying the right way. It's time the right way, bro. You feel what I'm saying right way. Yeah, that way. And Goatee even went so far as to back Young Thug, reassuring Gunna that he was right in his actions. But as DJ Academics pointed out, there's a major issue brewing with the cover animosity developing between Young Thug and Gunna. The government reportedly offered Young Thug a plea deal to secure his release from jail, fully anticipating this drama to unfold. However, following a report of Whack 100 says that he has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling one Young Thug in an interrogation room, suggesting that Gunna wants to get back at Lil Baby and Young Thug for all of their cover taunting over the last few months. I'm putting it together. Give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm going give you some time. Though Gunna for you to go ahead on and confess to the world about all the telling you. Did you know that? Interrogation, yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours, boy, you was sitting there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him recording. You know what I'm talking. However, many people think that Young Thug went too far and broke his probation when he said this about Gunna during his alleged Instagram live. Bored, don't like you know my mother room was being mean. He felt your energy, man. I don't need play. I fly all way. Louisiana news websites began to cover the juvenile offender's Instagram live a week after their release from prison, despite the fact that it was only seconds later concerning news coming out involving rapper Gunna being followed and approached by local gang members in Atlanta. Now that he is out of jail, Young Thug can finally respond to the video of Dumas snitching in court. So he is disrespecting her once more and playing it very close to that line of his probation. Many have linked it to Young Thug's desire for retribution for allegedly spying on him. Asses cries, yes, you were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams wearing a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you. After the LL trial, as papers would subsequently show, scholars, Gunna went back home right away. Young Thug was making several calls to rappers in the industry, telling them to avoid Gunna, unfollow, and cut any business ties that they had. As Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to all. He sent a message to Dirk Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start knocking with Gunna speaking out. They're chilling away. Thug got out Gunna kind of hot. He like when this got viral on there felt he had to react, so he went live on Instagram for a little while laughing and making jokes. I just jumped on here to let you these know that yes, a goat can go live. Who what's up, who up right now, however, things quickly spiraled out of control since within 20 minutes a piece featured a video of Young Thug showing off his jewels and seemed content to be home in the studio. However, the whole Young Thug versus Gun argument is not quite clear, especially since Lil Baby was standing up for Young Thug and criticizing Gunna for nearly a year before Young Thug's own father contacted Lil Baby and told him to shut up throwing that gun for his deal. He need to set the up cuz he don't know what's going on. You know he's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Tug? Who you want? According to Young Thug's father, Donut is not even the primary cause of his current predicament. That Young Thug should look after himself. Clarify that a little simpler. Gunner hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case, period. Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna? I love Gunner. See, that's the thing, people don't understand the real that Gunner is a rat and he's done this and done that. But from this point on, the story becomes more stranger after Lil Durk initially shared a sample of a new song on Twitter in a leaked phone conversation with Tug from jail. Young Thug was requesting that Lil Durk leave a forum where he had rapped the lyrics "What Happened to Virgil." He's probably going to tell Young Thug would call L Durk and request a verse whenever someone informed him that Lil Durk had recorded this tape. This is a teaser for Gunners. I'm dropping a remix of the song we co-wrote about what happened to Virgil, and I've got a surprise for you. I'm releasing a surprise album on the same day as Dro's new project. I really want you on it. If you feel like responding to anything I've said, hit me with a verse. If not, no pressure. Just let it drop with my album. I'd love to have you on board. Even though Young Thug's lawyers advise him not to, he's been making some bold moves lately, and this could be another big one. After Young Thug got out of prison, things got pretty messy with leaks online and his ongoing drama with Gunna. But DJ Academics dropped a bombshell 2 hours after Thug's release. Drake flew in to see him and, get this, gave him $1 million. Just hours after walking out of jail, Thug got that big support. DJ Academics even mentioned that Drake was like, "I'm gonna hit you up." It was a crazy but super strategic move. Here's the thing, while Thug was locked up, he talked about wanting to squash all the beefs. If you're Drake, you're probably thinking, I need Atlanta on my side, so this move makes a lot of sense. It's all about smart timing and keeping things cool in the city.